right, y'all. Welcome to Rod Doing Rod, remote edition, live out here from Surrey, England. I guess it's a suburb of London. I don't know. Maybe it would be. I know you guys tell me in the comments. Would it be Westchester, like if you're from New York? New Yorkers I'm talking to right now, or people familiar with New York. Would it be more like Long Island? You know? Would it be more like, Poughkeepsie, something like that? I don't know, but not quite London, as some of my British co-workers have made apparently and abundantly clear to me that I am not in London, but I will be in London in a couple of days, and I've been before. Not super impressed, but it is beautiful out here. I prefer this to proper London. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to come out here and do a remote podcast. I've never done a remote episode of Rod Doing Rod, and I just wanted to come out here and see what it was like. It's sort of a test of sorts, but also I just had some thoughts that I wanted to get out. And I'm on vacation. I'm on break. As you know, I'm a teacher, and we're going to start the break in England, and then we're going to move out to Netherlands next week. We're going to stay in Amsterdam. So for now, I just didn't want to sit on any of these thoughts, and I don't want to be rude, and because I'm staying with some old college friends, they want to be rude, but when the content bug hits you, content itch hits you, you got to scratch it. So let me tell you what I was thinking about, though. So I started writing a song, and in that song I was talking about when I got hit by a car when I was a young lad of 9 or 10ish years old. And as I was writing that song, it made me realize that was like my villain origin story. Move this back. That was like my villain origin story. So I was just thinking about how, like, when we're kids, we're very decent human beings. We know kids who are a little crappy, but even those kids, it's not their fault. Kids don't come out racist. They want to share. They don't care really what you look like, as long as you play with them and you're nice to them. And when you're not nice to them, they tell somebody. They want to give you, if they have two things, they'll give you one so both of you can be happy. It's just, kids are awesome. And somewhere along the line, we lose that. And when we get out in the world and we start competing and we start to just try to satisfy our desires, and kids are very forgiving as well. So this is just something I had on my mind. And as I was writing this song and I was talking about when I got hit by a car, I realized that was kind of when things went left for me. So I'd like to hear about your villain origin stories as well. Let me tell you about mine. So I was in grade 5. I had just graduated, and before then, I was kind of coddled. I was in a gifted track, so I was in a gifted program ever since I was 5 years old. So I was kind of coddled, and I thought I was hot. And at the end of grade 5, it was literally the day after graduation, I was running across the street from some of my classmates, and boom, got hit by a car. Car literally knocked my shoes off. And I remember my mother being kind of embarrassed because my socks were dirty. She mentioned that to me later on. But yeah, so I'm on my best friend's block. I lived on 156th Street up in Upper Manhattan, and my friend lived on 157th. And I'm running from these girls, ha 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 ha, and I don't look both ways, which is something I always did. Of course, you should in New York. And boom, I got hit by this car. And I remember thinking, this isn't so bad. I'm not dying, and it isn't as painful as I thought. But also, I thought that everyone got hit by a car at least once in their life. I thought that was a thing, because I knew a couple of people who got hit by cars. And you just have these ideas about life when you're young that you just kind of make up from the information around you. So I thought that everybody at some point get hit by a car. So I thought oh, it's my turn. I joined the club. I got it over with. Not that I didn't think I'd get hit again, but at least that one was over with. And my best friend had got hit by a car, so I was like, yeah, it couldn't be too bad. So I'm laying there. The guy, some guardian angel type dude who I never actually met again in my life, he tracked down the guy who hit me and made him drive me to the hospital. So I get hit by this car. I'm in Columbia Presbyterian Hospital in Upper Manhattan. My mom sleeps on the bed with me that night. I was a duck coming, just chilling, like really like to explore me. Oh, this is dope. Let's get this. Wait, can you see it? This is Duck. What up, Duck? Can you rock? What's up, Duck? Oh, that's such an old school dad hip hop reference right there. Anyway, so yeah, I am on this I'm in this hospital bed. My mother stays the night in the hospital bed with me. They tell me I have a fractured pelvis and I have to use crutches and a cane for a couple of weeks. And I am supposed to start a new school, a gifted school, but I have like a summer program that I'm supposed to go to first. So this is the first day of summer break, right? And in 2 weeks I'm supposed to start this gifted school program. And I realized that, the other students who were part of this program, they're together, they're like starting this camaraderie and everything like that, and I'm missing out. And I go and I start my summer like this, all these kids, they're together and they're cool and they're chilling and everything. I got my eye on this duck. I don't know, this duck like really is into me right now. I don't know. Anyway, so these kids are building camaraderie and everything, and I'm laid up in the bed. So you can imagine, what this is kind of going to be like. I go finally and I join them. And we're in a summer program and I'm like, oh, these kids are nerds. And I just told you it's a gifted school. We're all nerds. But my friend told me, look, all of these kids are soft. What's up, Duck? Hey. I should be filming this, Duck. This is like more interesting right now. My friend is like, all these kids are soft. We can run this school. Right? So we go there and like, that's later. We become bullies and stuff like that. But anyway, I kind of take it out on the school, the fact that like I got hit by a car. I'm in crutches. My friend said they're nerds, and I was like a really nice and good boy before then. But then I just decided this is who I should be. I'm the kid who got hit by a car. I'm the kid who's on crutches, and I missed the beginning of all the camaraderie and everything like that. And they're nerds, and my friend said we should take over the school. So 5th grade, we're nice. I'm nice, I'm pleasant. I'm a good student. I'm doing all my work. 6th grade starts. I'm a bully. I'm trying to fight. I'm cursing. I'm getting in trouble. I'm always in detention. I'm getting calls home. I'm getting pulled into the dean's office every other day. I'm always getting my lunch break taken from me. And yeah, it was pretty much because of my origin story there. It's pretty much because I got hit by the car, and it's not like I got hit by the car and I decided I'd be a bad guy. It was basically like a wave of kind of unfortunate incidents that I blamed on the world instead of just like youth, instead of like, coming of age. And I guess that was coming of age. So that was kind of my villain origin story. Yeah, we formed like a crew in school. I think we called it Bad Boys, because we were very creative. A bunch of bad boys who called their mischievous crew Bad Boys, the Bad Boys crew. And we would say you had to get jumped in and everything. And it's crazy because we were just a bunch of nerds, in a science, math, and technology school, surrounded by actual like thugs and gangsters and stuff like that. And we just, I guess, wanted a slice of it within a safe environment. We try to replicate things that we find appealing. Hey, moth. That we find appealing in a safer environment, right? Sort of like, when people do CNC and S&M and stuff like that. I don't mean to get too crazy there, but they replicate something that's a little more dangerous that they find appealing in a safe environment. So that's kind of what we were doing with our little gang in our nerdy, gifted, and talented school. And from then, I was just a bad student. I was extremely smart and I did very well testing, but I was just a bad student. I didn't do any work, and I got in trouble all the time. Started cursing out my teachers and everything like that. And I was a villain for a few years. Yeah, and I guess school-wise, I remained a villain, but obviously, the fact that I'm a teacher means I've never left the school. So, was it the schools that turned me into a villain? Obviously, I'm not a villain anymore. I don't think you can be a villain and a teacher. Or can you? I don't know. Maybe if you don't follow my 10 teacher summer tips, you might become a villain as a teacher. So make sure you go back, you watch that video, you listen to that podcast on Spotify at Rod Doing Rod. Follow me on Instagram at Rod Doing Rod. And of course, comment, like, and subscribe. Rod Doing Rod. Y'all take it easy. Peace.